sitting in a booth surrounded by products made by our next guest. His name is Pat Grosswendt. He's the co-founder and chief technical consultant for the Americas for Litepanels, a company you've heard a lot about because they pioneered in the concept of LED-based lighting. And I want to find out what some of the new stuff is that's coming along. Pat, welcome.
Thanks for having me again.
Again, it's good to see you back. First, give us a quick description of what Litepanels does.
Well, Litepanels is the premier LED lighting company, I think, that most people know for image capture. We've created quite a large product line of products for a lot of different uses, from live production to documentary work to, you name it, International Space Station. So LED technology, we've been around for a long time, and we keep pushing the boundary. We know that clients are looking for new options as far as equipment, and so we try and take technology forward faster than anyone else, and we've got the experience to do that.
One of the problems we initially had with LED lights is a color balance issue and a full spectrum issue. Has that been resolved? Can we trust these to give us accurate color on set?
That's a great question and comment, but I think that we've always been very successful because we come from a lighting background, and we understand how the light wants to register to now the chip, what was before the film. And daylight spectrum, I can speak for myself and our company that we've got the best white light spectrum available on the marketplace, and also in the incandescent range, which are two totally different chips.
The daylight range is roughly 5,500 degrees Kelvin, tends to be blue, and the incandescent's about 3,200 Kelvin, which tends to be yellow-orange. And so what you have is two different LEDs, one that's sort of orangish and one that's kind of bluish?
That's a great analogy of it, correct. I think it's interesting because one of the comments that are heard a lot of times around booths or shows or seminars is, what's your CRI? And I think that there's not enough time in the show to go through it, but
if you could at least define what CRI is.
CRI is color rendering index, and it's a way of measuring the color temperature and being able to relate it to whatever conditions you're in.
Basically what we need is we need to be able to have light which balances daylight and balances internal light.
Correct.
And you've got products that do that, and it's magic, and there's gremlins in the back. I've figured that much out. But what have you got that's new for us? What new gremlins do you have?
Well, we fitted in our new Sola and Inca 9. Now remember our products, we have the Sola 4, Sola 6, Sola 12 last year.
Now those are focusable instruments.
Focusable Fresnels. The 9 or the 12 or the 6 or the 4 basically tells you it's that size lens, a 4-inch lens, a 6-inch lens, a 9-inch lens, a 12-inch lens.
So here's the question. Why would I want a 4 versus a 12-inch Fresnel lens? What do I get for the size?
You get more output with a larger housing, which would have a larger lens.
So a brighter light would have a bigger lens?
Well, we would like it to, because again, remember, we're relating our experience in lighting to the tool, and the larger the Fresnel, the lens, the more quality light you're going to get out of it. That's why you're able to use doors on a Fresnel to close it, shape it, instead of grip stands and flags. Whereas a par light with interchangeable lenses is a parabolic reflector taking that light in a very streamlined and dense beam. So with a Fresnel, you can do both. You can put it into spot position and get a forward focus beam, or you can put it in a wide position and get a very flooded beam.
So what's the new stuff for this year?
Well, it's the Sola 9. So we have a product range which starts at a 4-inch lens called the Sola 4.
An itty-bitty one.
And then we have these 3s behind you, which are the ENG lights, part of the ENG flight kits.
Okay.
Then we have a 6, which is the 6-inch lens, and we have a 12. Now we have a 9. So we have a full family of different sized lens
Don't
products.
Have an 8.5.
We don't, but you know, you're a pretty powerful guy. We could probably be reasoned with for that. I mean, by the end of the afternoon with a Stella as an enticement. And then we have our incandescent line as well, which is the incandescent being Inca.
Now these are still LEDs, but what they have is the color temperature of an incandescent lamp.
Right. I mean, the whole idea is to make an LED product that will match up to existing HMIs or existing tungsten.
So a lighting director or cinematographer is able to work with existing knowledge, but with new tools to get the same results.
Correct. And what everybody's looking for is a product that delivers quality illumination and at the same time helps with the fact that we're not using as much power. So we're saving on having to produce more air conditioning, because the light that we all know, traditional studio light, is considered visible heat.
And as I'm recognizing here on set, I've got 7 lights around me, and we're not dying because of the heat.
Correct, and that door's open.
Well, yeah, but we had to open the window because we needed some fresh air in here as well.
It's not all us. It's just an understanding of knowing what products to use best. And I want to add that we also have a new product called the Helio, T12 and D12 in our booth.
This is a floating light.
This is not a floating light, but it's a great assumption. The Helio is a combination of 12 different individual LEDs with reflectors in a housing that puts out a tremendous amount of focus light. But we have these great materials you can put in front of it, and it'll change the beam angle.
Would that be something like a 5K that I'd use this light for?
More like a 2K. The 9 is ready to ship 30 days from NAB. We're taking orders now, as well as the Helio.
But we have people around the world that want to be able to buy this stuff, and they can't come to the show. Are they out of luck?
No, they're not, because they can, as they always do every week to catch a show, be able to catch a link to come to our Light Panels website, which, just for throwing it out there, is Light Panels, spelled LITEPANELS.com. And that's a great way to find out, one, what you're doing, and then segue over to us and see what we're doing and what products we have.
And they can get the NAB deals by going to the website?
They actually are going to be offered through the dealer network worldwide. So whoever they like to buy from, we have products that are being sold through dealer networks.
Pat, as always, a delight having you with us. Thanks.
Thanks, Larry.
Take care.
Bye.